Yeah, this is Robin from the Back Pain Secret podcast, and today we're going to talk about how to use challenges and novelty to heal your back pain. I'm going to play the intro song. I'm going to be right back.
So, here's the important question. How can back pain sufferers like us, who don't want to use prescription drugs or go through surgery, heal our back pain? How do we live our daily lives in a way that allows us to go to work, take care of our families, enjoy life, and still manage our back pain? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Robin Wakeham, and welcome to Back Pain Secrets.
Okay, guys, so I'm back, and today's topic is how to use challenges and novelty to heal your back pain. And guys, first off, what the hell do I mean with that, okay? I'm going to get back to that in a second there. But I wanted just to touch base on to tell you what's going on in my life at the moment, For the first time for about I would say 4 or 5 years, me and the wife have a week off without the kids, okay? Both of them are at summer camp at the same time, okay? And this is the first day, and I don't know what about you guys that have kids out there, but it's a strange feeling, right? It's really, really strange. It's so quiet, and you don't need to do, prepare the meals and do all of that stuff. You're not constantly nagging them about getting off the phone or their computers. No pickups, none of that. So it's definitely a different adventure here, and I'm gonna talk about it over the podcast now in the last few days here to give you an update. But it's a strange feeling. I miss my kids, don't get me wrong, they're the best thing in my life, but it's strange to be alone with the wife. Okay, anyway, so today's topic is how to use challenges and novelty to heal your back pain. And as always, I have a patient story, and it's a made-up name, of course, to protect the innocent. This is a patient I treated 4 or 5 years back. We can call her Addison. She was 40 years old. She had no kids. She was single, and she was into marketing, an office job, and she had something called spondylolisthesis, where she had some slippage in her back with discs, and that disc was actually pressing on her nerve root that was causing her pain in the morning. For some reason, she was telling me the pain was increasing during the morning time, also when she was sitting quite a lot, and specifically when she was doing rotations, and she loved to play golf. Before, she was growing up, she was playing golf, and she had to give that up because all of that twisting and turning was irritating her back quite a bit. She can do yoga because all these twisting and turnings were irritating her nerve root, and causing her pain in the lower back, but also radiation down her leg in her buttocks. So externally, Addison was a very active person. She always wanted to be active all the time, and whenever she wasn't active doing something, she was on her phone, just looking down, clicking all the links, just staying busy, keeping up and seeing what everyone was doing on their social networks and stuff, She was clicking links and looking at Facebook. And the thing was, and I have a lot of patients that have this problem, that are looking at Facebook and other social media stuff, that they're looking at these pictures and they think, everyone else has a better life than myself. They see the big trips, the big cars, they go to these parties and stuff. But the thing that people don't really understand is that that's just like a shot, the best part of their life, So a lot of people that are posting all of this stuff, they're quite miserable, really, But Addison, like everyone else, was just looking at this and just felt like she got behind, like she wasn't really doing enough in her life, And all of this clicking and being active, it's twofold. And first, the one thing, you have this kick of dopamine that you feel like you're alive, that you're actually doing something. But then again, if it gets too much and you're doing too many new things and being too active, you get very, very tired, and you feel overwhelmed. And internally, she was telling me, Addison, that she was missing something in her life, and she was constantly feeling overwhelmed, and she couldn't understand why, and always stressed, always like she was two steps behind everything she was doing in her life. And this stuff, in one way she felt like she was active, she was doing stuff, but she felt like she was doing like not the right stuff, you know. She felt like the stuff that she was meant to do in her life, she wasn't doing that. She was just going through her day, you know, waking up, doing all this stuff, but nothing with really meaning or nothing that really mattered to her, you know. So this was about the time she visited me, you know, and the pain was quite bad in her back. She had the radiation down her leg, and she didn't really know what kind of exercises she needed to do, because most of the stuff that she was doing during the day caused more pain. So any exercises she had gotten from like other physiotherapists or other back pain experts, they actually increased her pain, you know, and she was really frustrated regarding this. So she hit kind of a wall. Okay, so every time, like, she just felt she had too many projects over, okay, and that overwhelmed her. She had too many like new pages to visit on her phone, you know. She was constantly looking up all this different stuff on the internet. She was just overwhelmed by that. And she also had too many new experiences, you know. She tried to distract her mind by doing stuff, you know. So she went to different parties. She went to different job interviews, anything to keep her mind off of being like, let's think about her life. She was just trying to cause all kinds of these different distractions. And the big distraction that she did, because she was single, was she got on this app Tinder, she was telling me, you know. And she had all of these men she was dating, you know, so she could go out like 2, 3, or 4 times a week with different guys, you know. And she got a kick from that. She felt like she was needed, but at the same time, it's just too many expressions in there, you know, too much stuff just going on in her life. So to sum it all up, you know, she felt very overwhelmed on all aspects in her life. Okay, so first off, guys, and this was a lot to take in, you know, because she came to me with back pain, and it's this way a lot of times, you know. Most people that visit me, they've been around to different back pain experts, and I'm not saying that I can like heal everything, definitely not, you know. But it's something that's very important to understand, that whenever you have too much stuff going on in your life, you know, and too much stuff that you need to pay attention to, it gets to you, okay, and it makes you like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, yes, guys, we are live. We are live, okay? We are live here. I just had my phone fall down. Okay, I'm gonna forget about that, okay? Anyway, so the novelty in life, you know, Addison can just pay attention to, I told her, you know, Addison, you need to just pay attention to the stuff that makes you grow and develop, okay, and advance yourself in life, okay, and not all the other stuff, because right now you're trying to do everything to everyone, okay, and just paying attention to that, and it's not going to work for you, okay. So that's the first thing, you know. Don't pay attention to everything. Pay attention to specific stuff that just like makes you advance in life and make you have meaning in life. The second thing I was telling her, you know, the challenges in life. You know, most people feel like if you ask a person, you know, what do you want a new challenge in your life? And they would just laugh, you know, and tell you, you know, no, no, I don't want a new challenge, you know, because I just have too much other stuff going on in my life already. I'm already feeling overwhelmed. But challenges is everything for our own advance and growth in life, you know. So it's really important to take on challenges, but also take on challenges that are meaningful for us, you know, not trying to do and please everyone else dreams and stuff like that, you know. So the challenges in people's life can actually be like a linchpin, okay. It can be that stuff that totally activates us and it gets us going, okay. So I see this a lot from different patients. I'm just going to get my camera to put that on a bit better, guys, okay. I'm having some problem with the technical stuff here today. I apologize, but we're live, you know, we're just doing it. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on YouTube, and I'm doing this all by myself, you know, so sometimes it gets screwed up, but we're on again. Okay. So basically, if you take a person that feels frustrated, depressed, sad, down, or just restless, when you feel that and it's just horrible, if you put the right challenge in front of that person, that's just right, and it's appropriate for them, and it's also attainable for them. It's not too hard. It's hard, but it's attainable. You'll see that person come alive. Okay, you'll definitely see that person come alive again. So it's very, very important to challenge yourself, but do the right stuff. So I was asking her, Addison, so what challenges are you pursuing right now in your life? And this is a good question to ask yourself and also to people. And I always ask my patients that come in that you can see that they're frustrated and they're bored and they're just like sick of their life. I ask them, most of the time, what that's lacking in their life, it's a meaningful challenge. Okay, they're not really putting their time and energy into something meaningful that also makes them feel challenged. And it's sometimes if you don't know about this, it's hard. And I have problems with this myself, because whenever I'm on a project, I'm working, I'm building something, and then before I knew about this, I used to say, well, I'm going to have a few weeks off now, I'm just going to take a break. I didn't have a new challenge then. So I started to get depressed. But what happens now is when I'm close to closing a specific challenge or specific work, or building a podcast, or building a website, or opening up a new physiotherapy clinic, before that ends, I already start a new challenge. Okay, so I'm never like without a challenge. That has really helped me quite a bit. So very, very like deep stuff, this, guys, and it's not easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. So a lot of people ask then, if it's so important to have a meaningful challenge, so what is a meaningful challenge, and how will I find a meaningful challenge for myself? It's basically two components in a meaningful challenge, at least what I have found. And the first component you have there, it's something creative, where you're expressing a new challenge that gives you the ability to express ourselves. Okay, to express ourselves. So take me, for example, this podcast that I'm recording right now. That's an example for me to be creative. It's not perfect, I know that, but it gives me the ability to express myself, to express my thoughts, my feelings, and it gives me great joy. Really, I don't really have time for this. I have all kinds of other stuff, but this is something that I really enjoy doing, talking to you guys. Okay, so I told Addison, think about the things in your job that really gets you engaged and get you fired up, and get you active. That, and if you think about that, if you go back, you probably go back and you think about it. It's the activities when you contribute new ideas, okay, and you also are building something. So think about that, whenever you're doing something where you're actually contributing with new ideas, putting your spin on it, and you're actually building something, that's awesome. That's really good for to get you going. And the second component to this is contribution. Okay, to contribution in the challenge. So if you see that you have these creative ideas and you're contributing to your team, okay, and you can start to see meaning, like in the big picture, why it is working for you. You feel like the stuff that you're actually putting in, the work you're putting in, your ideas, that contributes to the end result to become better than it would without you. So take the opposite of this. I know I'm rambling a bit here, guys, but this is some complicated stuff, and it takes a while to really figure it out. It took me a while, but the opposite of contributing something good, or something that gets you fired up, is just think about one of those days, you're sitting at your office and at the desk, and your boss hands over this like this task that you should do, but you can't really see any meaning of doing this at all, or it's like way over your ability. It's too hard, both of those things, and you can't see like the meaning why you should do it. And you start to feel this overwhelming feeling in your entire body, your mind, and you just feel like sick to your stomach, And it's very, if you know these different things and you look out for them whenever you're doing it, it's easier for you to stay away from them, and you're going to feel better. Okay. So my questions to you, have you taken on any new challenges, Addison, and how are you going to use this in your life then, to take on good challenges? First off, Addison, I was telling you, what can you study, to make you find the right stuff to actually challenge you, okay? I was also taking on, what challenges at work can you take on, and what challenges for your health regarding your back, for example, the first thing I was always telling you, and I told you this, Addison, I was telling her to walk every day, 30 to 40 minutes, you need to get that on your to-do list, okay? And also what challenges to become like a better listener, and you were telling me that you're in all of these different fast relationships now on Tinder and stuff, what kind of stuff can you do, challenge yourself to become like a better partner, a better listener, find someone out there, and I was telling her just some tips, that you can do in your own relationship if you find someone, and she was telling me, because you've been in a few relationships and she got bored in them, and I was telling you, you could go just the two of you to new places, this is something new. And that's also, you have something new, and you also have the challenge to find a new place. You can take on a new activity, you could find something together that you guys could be doing, or by yourself, that challenge you and something new. And like every 90 days, you should try to get away, like 2 or 3 days, just by yourself or your partner, to try something new, to experience something new. And by doing this on a regular basis, it will just make you level out, okay? So you don't go up and down like this, and you won't feel this feeling of overwhelmness and tiredness and depression, It's rough, I know, it's not hard, it is hard, but it's something that you need to work on, like everything else in your life, I'm sorry, guys, this episode has been a bit all over the place, I had some technical issues, and it's a deep topic, okay? So please send your questions in, if you know that someone in your life, yourself, your spouse, friends, family, people at work, are struggling, they're a bit depressed, they can't really get going. Please send this episode to them, even though I'm rambling a bit, I think I'm onto something here. And if you have any questions, please notify me, I'm here to help. Okay, guys, that's today's tip. And guys, remember, just one step away from healing your back pain. Bye-bye.
Want more back pain secrets? Then go ahead and get your free copy of my best-selling book, Back Pain Secrets, at backpainsecrets.com. Inside this book, you will find my top secrets to healing your back pain without prescription drugs or surgery that have helped thousands of other people just like you.